Welcome back, MTG Joe here. We are going to be playing some Brawl today. We haven't done Brawl in a while on the channel. My dog was up all night vomiting, so I got very little sleep, so don't want to do anything too competitive. So just going to have some relaxing Brawl, aka EDH on Arena. And we are playing with a new commander in Olivia Crimson Bride, 6 mana, 3/4, flying haste. Basically, when it attacks, you get to reanimate a creature from your graveyard, tapped and attacking. And then when you don't control legendary vampire, you exile that creature. So this is kind of a Rakdos mid-rangey control deck that looks to reanimate some big hitters, using Olivia as kind of the top end. So similar to what we did in the past. I'm not going to go through every card in the deck, but there's a lot of removal cards in the deck. There's a lot of ways to put cards into the graveyard, like Faithless Looting, Rixmati Rivaler, Faithless Savaging, Cathartic Pyre, Undead Augur. I think I said Stitcher already. So kind of cards like that. You have some ramp in like the Arcane Signet, Cold Steel Heart, Mind Stone, Chromatic Lantern, Replicating Ring, and then you have your top end, Ulamog, Drykuseth, Sheoldred, Inferno, Massacre Worm, Noxious Gearhulk. I think my favorite so far to get is definitely Combustible Gearhulk, because they always mill me and then they always like take like 10 plus. Goblin Dark Dwellers lets you flashback stuff. You have like some Planeswalkers in Lolth, Angrath, Liliana, Chandra to kind of make you a mid-rangey deck. So yeah, I've been enjoying this one. As always with Brawl, you don't need to follow this card for card. It's really just play the cards you enjoy, play the cards that are fun. There's cards I could put in here, Cut to Ribbons, Lightning Bolt. I don't think we are necessarily a Dark Ritual deck because like our top end, like if we get Olivia out but we don't have anything else to play with it, it's not as good. So I generally would stray against that. I've liked just being more of a removal focused deck and kind of going from there. But we'll give it a go. We'll play some games with it, see how it plays out. This is basically what I've been playing for my casual, for my dailies, stuff like that. I like to do Brawl on the side. But let me know in the comments, what historic Brawl decks have you been playing? Any of the new commanders? Any kind of cool tech? I've basically been playing a lot of black-based ones. I still like my Lolth deck the most. So I think against Yarok, this is fine. We go Tome on 2, ensuring we hit land drops into Replicating Ring and we have an answer. Basically, you want to answer Yarok when it comes down. Most of the time, I just try to keep hands with either ramp in it or with removal when needed, or just ways to put cards into our graveyard. So we're probably just going to use this for its filter mode. We'll draw here. So I'm kind of holding off on playing the red mana in case they have any way to blow it up. So here we just have like these big fatties. Okay, so we could see the opponent go next turn into Yarok. So I'm probably looking for a play this turn. I think we're not going to be greedy. We're going to keep lands for now. I probably should have drawn first. Unfortunate that this isn't instant speed, so I can't be like super mana efficient. You'll notice with my lines I have snow and regular basics. Okay, that'll be good next turn potentially. The reason for this is, okay, they're just ramping hard. We have Field of the Dead, so just having the 2 basic types allows you to kind of get around that. So I think what we're going to do is bin the Massacre Worm. This is actually nice because you can... oh no, but this is combined mana cost, so you can't... Okay, well. Darby Dragons. let's go. Want to hit a line next turn? If we hit a line, then we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Cavalier of Thorns. Yikes. And they got Agent too. So they probably put Agent on top of their library. Oof, with Neoform. Okay, so the good thing is they can't put the Agent up there and then get Cavalier. Let's see what they get here. Uvenwalds, sure. Field's actually pretty good because they might play into this Massacre Worm. Hagro's Mauling is also nice. I think we're just keeping removal. So I generally like activating the artifacts against decks that commonly have artifact removal. Actually, in this case, I should have. Just because we are going to pump here, I should have kept the red mana up. We missed out a point of damage. So if they go like Yarok here, or just, you know, hard cast Ulamog. Okay, we're not dead yet, but like we're pretty close here. And I don't have the other red. Alright. No value Goblin Dark Dwellers. I basically need them to set up so I can kill them with Massacre Worm. So sequencing error, if they would have played this first, they would have been able to get 2 tokens. I think we do this, and then I'm just going to kill this. It's unfortunate because now they're going to gain life. I guess I could have taken Angrath, but let's see if we could get them to mill somehow. Okay, that's actually good. Perfect. Just hope this isn't counterspell. They get their agent back. Don't take my lands. And they've had like the exact kind of perfect yeah. That sucks. We would have won if they just didn't steal our lands. I really wish like they just bandage it. Like you could have interesting games. Like that game had a lot of back and forth, a lot of decisions to be made, but with agent it's just dumb. You're not actually playing anything there. That game there, like you get Ulamogd. Okay, so this is an interesting matchup. Bruvac, which is a mill deck. So we want a lot of early ramp if possible. The removal's also good here. This will be good in this matchup. So if they go Bruvac, okay, they go Signet here. I think we're just going Grasp here. And I think this turn I'm interested in hitting line drops. Whew. Those aren't the line drops I wanted. Okay, so we can Heartless Act this. Kind of annoying, not trying. I want them to tap down here. Keeps them off potential counter magic. They can recast it next turn, but with us missing lands, I need to prioritize. Tutelage is annoying. It's gonna be all our lands. This will be all our lines, guaranteed. I think if we miss another line drop, we might just pack it up. Stop with my lines. Okay. We back. I think getting Chandra down here is good.
I knew you needed my help. Time to toast.
So Chandra lets me flash back Heartless Act next turn. Stop milling my lands. This does 8. I think this turn we're gonna go plus here. We'll do Inferno Grasp, kill Bruvac. Basically just tax the hell out of him here. We need to be aggressive. This game is basically 25 life versus 100 card, like 100 life, where they're just dealing large chunks at a time. Okay, so they have Petitioner, Hideous Laughter. What'd they get from us? I got my meat hook.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
So I have the Ox. I have Chainers. I think we're just gonna do this. Do Chainers. I might have left Chainers maybe just because it's discard. Okay. So we went our other plan. We have a lot of flashbacks because we're self-mill, so they're kind of enabling us even though we missed some land drops. Haven't been able to cast Olivia yet, but we've gotten a feel for what the deck wants to do. It's a good like Rakdos grind them out style deck. Against those mill decks, because they're like they did assemble a good amount of their mill piece. Teferi's Tutelage low-key is very, very good, just at chaining together any draw spells. But because they're playing a density of like persistent petitioners, you end up having bad draws. So against Bolas 4, this is usually Grixis control. Gonna mulligan this hand. Okay, we'll keep this hand. So we'll get rid of Ulamog. We're ways away from casting that. They also will just force us to discard. We'll set this up. I like Rixmati because late game is just a mana sink, but early it just lets us fuel our graveyard. Jeez. A lot of graveyard hate. Let's just go here. Kind of annoying. That's like a perfect on-curve card. Just exiling our graveyard. Okay, well, best card in the matchup is probably Field. So they can go Bolas here. I actually think I'm gonna get rid of Narset here.
And prepare.
They might go Hardcast Shark. I have a lot of cards that cycle. And because they have open mana, don't particularly want to play into removal. This field will be nice because it could represent 2. Okay, we're probably going to field for another red source to get Ulamog down. Sure. You have lightning bolts. Alright, will opponent become brainstorm locked? Tune in to the next episode. Could be a counter spell, could be turn spell. I need a non-basic. What you got? So one thing, when you have an effect that's tapped, like on attack trigger, Olivia makes it tapped and attacking, meaning it's already in play. So interesting, opponent doesn't have basic mountain in the deck, so we actually stone rained them off red that turn. They found their red source. Could see Bolas come down, but they know we have at least an Infernal Grasp. This Languish is just going to be discarded. Unfortunate here. So I'm just going to go Liliana here. If they give us the attack trigger, I get Ulamog. Okay. Basically just using our mana here. I want to keep the Gearhawk as an answer to Bolas. Hard cast Typhoon. Okay, that resolving is huge.
Let fire rage in your heart.
Okay, we got Borrower.
Oh, so many painful memories.
Okay, so we start getting zombies. So they probably take my Valky, I'm guessing. That's fine. That took him 2 cards. Given the composition of my hand, I'm actually going to get rid of this. And I think it's more likely they have discards, so let's go with Moonveil Regent here. So we'll keep the board clear. So the downside here, they do get that. The flip here just puts it into the battlefield. So we go Crimson Bride. Basically just have to hope they don't have another piece of 2 mana removal. So we get the ETB here. Gain the life. Smack him for a bunch. Might have been right with Solemn the previous turn. So if they kill Olivia, it's fine. I get Burning Rage. I could also just get Ulamog. That's pretty good. Let's get Burning Rage. Let's get Combustible Gear Hulk. Probably Shieldred. No, let's get Inferno. We get one in our hand. So they probably block. The fact that this is uncounterable is big. So they probably block my Olivia. Now we get them this way. So we lose both our things, which does kind of suck, but we can rebuild. Let's get another red source here. They're at 10. I have this Inferno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hopefully they don't have like Cling to Dust here. They've already used their Nightmare. That's actually pretty solid for them. Just basically 5 mana, draw a card, create a 5/5. Chances there this is negate. And I think we need to do it.
Witherbloom is just as well. Darn. Looks like you flunked out. Well.
We're just going to continue applying threats to the board. Brazen's going to take out Onyx anyways. If they have a sweeper, they have a sweeper. I get to draw a card. I also have this Hive.
You want to go, tough guy?
Whew. Anger is nasty. So what do I have? I have Combustible, which they have to give me the cards. I have Hive of the Eye Tyrant. That's actually an interesting one. Combustible's like pretty good value, but they can Bolas this Inferno out of my hand, so I think we're just doing this. They have to block anyways. Unfortunate we are one line short. If it wasn't like a discard deck and I knew that we'd be getting it discarded, I'd play the Olivia. Anger was like worst case because I didn't get to draw off the Solemn either. So they can make a blocker this turn. Pretty solid for them.
The focused and disciplined encounter no obstacles.
So we will know what they have in hand, so that can let us play around accordingly. Hopefully it's not targeted removal.
Before action.
It's Eugene. Eugene doesn't do it. Good games! Olivia crushing in. So I think that was a pretty good demo of the deck. We were basically not having them having Agent of Treachery from just massacre worming their board. This game Olivia really shined, just reanimating stuff from the graveyard. But that's the deck. A lot of powerful effects in here. The Gearhawks are really good. Just a lot of ways to recycle stuff from the graveyard. But these are usually the decks I like to play. Anyways, let me know what you think. If you enjoy the Brawl content, what Brawl decks you're playing. And we'll catch you next time. And as always, if you can, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.